Hey guys, Mark Kwok here. Today let's talk about one of my very favorite jackets, and that is the Barracuda Harrington G9. So when it comes to clothing, I'm a big jacket and shoes guy. It's probably a problem, but I live in San Francisco, and in San Francisco Bay Area, you need to have a jacket. There's no such thing as going out in your t-shirt. Like, it just doesn't happen. I've been in Hong Kong for the last several months, and you don't ever wear a jacket during the summer, but here, even during the summer, you need to have a jacket. So I have a big collection. But of course, it is summer right now, and given that it's summer, you need to have a somewhat lightweight jacket. And my very favorite one to go to is the Barracuda Harrington. So this jacket is quite iconic, and the reason why is because in the past, Steve McQueen, Elvis, James Dean, these guys were all wearing this jacket. And so even today, in 2021, this remains a really popular, iconic jacket that a lot of folks go to day in and day out. So the Barracuda jacket is a pretty lightweight jacket. It's 50% cotton, 50% polyester, and they do have other variations. In fact, I really like a suede version. It's all suede. Far more expensive, but it exists. But the most iconic and recognizable one is in this fabric, the 50% cotton, 50% poly. I love this jacket for a couple reasons. So let's go some pros, cons, per usual. Let's do it. Pros, number one, I think the fit of this jacket, at least for me, and I'm sure it'll differ across the board, but I think it fits quite well on everyone. I mean, it just drapes well, I think, ultimately on a lot of bodies. It's very slim fitted. It comes right to the waist, so it's not a really long jacket. Second, I think it fulfills a very good purpose as far as like spring and summer goes. It's not a very thick jacket. It provides enough protections, like for instance, it is somewhat water repellent, and it also has lining and stuff like that, so you can get a little bit of that wind protection. But it's not a thick jacket, so in the summer and spring, you can keep this thing on and not sweat and get hot. Third, this is kind of an iconic look and something that's been around for quite some time, and so it is pleasing to the eye for many generations at this point. When I see someone wearing a Harrington jacket like this, it's a great look, and I think when you can get the original of this look, then it makes you feel all the more better. It's like also getting like a Burberry trench or something, right? There are trench coats by various makers all over the place, but having the kind of iconic original, there's just something intangible and nice about that, and I appreciate that because it has history and stuff. And lastly, comfort. When I talk about fit, when I talk about kind of it being a good, perfect weight, ultimately, if it's not comfortable, then none of that stuff really matters. And this jacket is super comfortable, just feels like it's supposed to be on you and made for you. I mean, among all the jackets I have, like this is probably the easiest to just put on. Like the moment I want to go out, this is one of the first ones I'm thinking about. You can't see any of the colors. It's just a navy jacket, very simple, very timeless, but it has that sort of pop of color if you want the pop of color. And that's pretty cool. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you show it or not, but at least I get the option. And even the inside here, this is a pretty classic design, right? Something like this has been around for many, many generations. Now, what are the cons of the jacket? One is the kind of more soft part of the fabric. So on the collar here, as well as on the wrist, it has that normal, I don't know what this is, but like a stretchy sort of fabric here. And you talk about a timeless jacket, you know, I hope this lasts me 20, 30 years. That's like my expectation. But the one part of the jacket that I think could start to fray or look old or whatever is the wrist cuffs here, as well as the inside. Same material, I believe, or similar. Apart from that, you know, I was gonna say price is a con as well, but you know, it's not a cheap jacket, I'll tell you right now. This thing retails, I think, for almost $400 US, and you can get a lot of substitutes, like go to J. Crew or Banana Republic, get something that looks similar to this, and you'll pay like $100. That could lead you to want to actually get those alternatives, and I wouldn't blame you. But again, if you want the iconic, you want the original, it's a great jacket. So that's why I think it can justify the price. Like all those positives I mentioned, like I don't have any regrets about paying the extra $1. And also, sometimes you can get this baby on sale. Overall, I mean, I'd say if you want the iconic, you want the Steve McQueen look, I think this also looks good on women as well. I do think this is a timeless design, something that you can kind of wear for a very, very long time, and it feels and looks great. So overall, my recommendation is if you can get the G9 Barracuda Harrington jacket, I would say do it. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Mark Kwok. I will see you guys on the next one.